Hello? Yes, excuse me. That lady over there is telling me that we can't make it onto our flight. Okay, sorry. Let me have a look. What flight was it? Sydney to London at 5:20. So it is an international flight. You do need to arrive at least 90 minutes before departure. We recommend about 2 to 3 hours. Why would I arrive 3 hours early for a flight to sit around boring airport? What a waste of my time. It is to avoid instances like this, as you have now missed the check-in period. Right, but the flight hasn't left, has it? No, but so until that plane is physically off the ground, I am able to get on it. No, that's not how it works, actually. Well, get me on that flight. It doesn't leave for another 20 minutes. I could walk my way over and get onto the plane. So because you didn't check in, your seats were given to someone else and are no longer available. I beg your pardon, I paid for those seats. Yes, and it is annoying, but because you didn't check in, it was assumed that you weren't coming, so those seats were given to someone else who needed them. What I'm hearing is your incompetence means that I no longer have my seat on that flight. Ma'am, with all due respect, this isn't my incompetence. You didn't arrive on time for your flight. How am I late for a plane that is parked on the runway? I'm guessing this isn't your first time catching a flight. I am a frequent flyer. Right, so you know that it's not as simple as arriving to the airport and just hopping on a plane. You need to have your bags checked and loaded onto the flight, security checks, safety checks. We have hundreds of people that need to get from the airport to the plane, to their seats. There are flight paths that need to be cleared. If you have a flight that is meant to go from Sydney to London, you don't need to get more permission for that flight. Ma'am, neither of us are the pilot or part of the air flight crew, so what are you going to do to get me on that plane? On that plane, nothing. I can see what we can do for you for another flight. So you admit that you're going to do nothing? I am just telling you the case, ma'am. Well, go ahead and grab your superior because now I need to escalate this. Okay, let's waste more people's time.